and welcome. Thank you for watching. I'm Wes, this is Tom, this is the Hippie Explorer. We go around New England showing you where the gold is and where it isn't. And this week we're not out on the river because we got a new toy to show you. Want to show them, Tom? This is the Dream Mat Mini High Banker. Is that what they call it?
Micro banker,
yeah,
or something like that.
We're going to show it to you more in detail, and we're going to give it a run, and we're going to test it out and see how it works. Before we use things out on the river, we make sure we test them to know how they work, and that's what we're going to do with this. So let's do it. We're going to be running the high banker soon, but if you hear banging and noise, it's because, what's the big deal? My brother Dale, I'll show you what he's doing. He's building things. See, he built this gazebo. Where do you get the wood?
All recycled bonds, sun decks.
See, he has all this recycled lumber from, they take down old sun decks and different things, and he takes them and he builds things like planters. This is a planter that looks like a bench, and a planter there. He makes Adirondack chairs like the ones we have in the backyard. There's one with a table in it. He's got a sled there. He's working on a gazebo, and he's working on a planter over here today. That's a larger planter, huh?
Yep, special water for strawberries.
Ah, and it has a shelf on the bottom,
Yep,
so you can store stuff. Very good. Well, if you hear banging, that's what it is. It's what the big deal. And you can find this stuff at what, the Adirondack store on Facebook?
Facebook, yep.
I'll put a link down below.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to take a closer look at this. This is what it looks like, and you see it has two spray bar attachments. Now this one, I had to drill all the holes. So if you buy this, you're going to have to get a 1/4-inch drill bit and drill these holes. Now, they recommended drilling more than I did, but I didn't because I wanted to see how this works first. I didn't want to drill too many holes and the pressure is weak, and so I want to make sure. I can always drill more holes, but I didn't want to have to plug them, just put it that way. And they also send this attachment, which can go in here like that, and you can use one or the other.
I generally like this style, but I'm not impressed with the clearance underneath.
Yeah, with that rock over with it. Yeah, because even a little rock like this won't go through. So I wasn't impressed with that. This, if I was to use it, would be attached up here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then it would be better.
I think that's an error in the manufacturing, having only that little bit of clearance.
Yeah. So either way, we're going to go with this one and see how this spray bar works. The grizzly bars come out. All right. But this hopper is not adjustable. You can't adjust this hopper, which is an issue. Let me tell you more about this. Let's look at this from the side here. They send information with their Dream Mats, and they recommend this running at a 9 to 9.5 pitch. But yet when you put this down on your legs and you don't get a 9.5-inch pitch. You only get a 3. And the legs aren't adjustable as far as up and down. You can adjust them a little bit because it's a, see how the legs are? It's just a curve, and you can turn this to adjust it that way slightly, but not up and down. So what happens is you put that on a table, and this is at a 3 pitch, so now you need to put something under here to raise this up to a 9, which they recommend running it. So I don't know why they didn't make the legs longer in the back. But when you do that, this pitch here even becomes more shallow. So I doubt much is going to come off. You're going to have to brush it off. But we're going to try it. Let's show you. This comes out for cleanups. And in the back in here is they come with a little piece of miner's moss. See? And that goes in there like that. Now this doesn't come with a pump, so you have to provide your own pump. Okay, now seeing that we don't have a table that I had to set this up so it will work right and get my pitch to a 9-degree pitch, and then I level it this way. All right, we're going to set up now. This battery here is, we got this from the Gold Fox. It has an adjuster on and off. Here's the pump, and it fits right on there. So I can use this on both of them. Whoa.
No, I don't think we were quite ready.
Okay, we got our spray bars adjusted, and none of this is glued. I just stuck them together tight, so they may leak a little, but that's fine with me. And there it is. You can take a look at how it's running.
Now, why is the water, why is it all running out the top there where it shouldn't be?
Well, because it's not sealed.
Alright. I don't like that feature, but now it is.
Okay, we have some material here. And it's unclassified. There's all kinds of stones in there. We got it from the river. There may be some gold in there. I'm going to wet this a little because it should be wet, just to get it wet. And we want to put some gold in this. I think we want to put some gold in this to see how it runs. Let me get some gold. I'll be back. Okay, we got some gold. Hey, what we got? And we're going to be putting that in there. We're not going to weigh it or anything because we're just going to see how much it misses. That's what we're starting with. It just happened to be what was in my snuffer. So we're going to add that to that bucket. All right, here we go. We're going to start her up. I got an adjuster here that we can use to adjust the pressure. Some of these bigger rocks, I'm just going to wash them by hand, like that. And we'll see how this does.
Now there's almost no pitch in here, so
Yeah.
every scoop you put in, you have to clear out what's left.
You have to clean out what's left yourself. It doesn't fall out, and there's no adjustment. And this is set at a 9. So if it was set a little bit less, you'd have a little more pitch, but it still wasn't going to wash out.
To me, that's a design flaw. This is supposed to be a high banker, and even though it's a mini, it's still a high banker. And this should be at a pitch so that some of the larger rocks slowly fall out the back.
But then maybe they designed it that way so it'll wash the rocks really good. I don't know. Because it will catch a lot of gold. Because there's really nothing coming out the back but the bigger one.
But the purpose of it is to speed up your time processing material, and that doesn't speed it up. You're classifying it with your hand.
Now I'm going to continue running this all through, and then we're going to check the tailings on both ends to see if it caught all the gold. Okay, we're going to shut her off. We ran it all through, and we're going to clean this out.
I'm looking for any visible gold in there. Not much material in there, huh?
Yeah. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to do this. We have to interrupt this high banker test because we got a call, and someone's got a swarm down the road hanging from a tree. So we're gonna go up and save it. We're gonna go up and get it into a hive, and then later we'll bring it back to the house. So let's go do that.
We're here to get your swarm. Let's go see.
And then tonight, when
Here we
some
are.
of them are out foraging, tonight they'll all come back, go in the box, and I'll take them to that.
Yep, the aliens are here. We aliens or Martians? We're all suited up, ready to get the swarm. Equipment, we got a bucket in case we need a bucket. We got a hive right there we're gonna put them in. If it works out and they all go right in, we'll take it with us. If not, we'll come back tonight once the rest get in there.
Most likely, because they'll be out foraging. We'll want the foragers to come back, and then we'll take them tonight.
Very good. Here we go. Honeybees are generally very well natured when they're hanging in a swarm like this. They're very peaceful. It's not till you go and mess with them and try to shake them into a hive, which is down there. I'm going to take a few frames out to give room for the cluster to fall in. They go. That's when they get a little angry. That's a good size as well. See, they're instantly running into that hive. They've been hanging there waiting for a home. They get a little bit angry at this point, but not too bad as far as honeybees go. A lot of people think you put these suits on and you're good to go, but they will sting you right through these suits. They get angry enough.
Okay.
They're already going in. You can see them going right down into that hive. That's a good sized cluster
Yeah.
of bees.
Now some of them may go back up because the queen scent will still be in the tree. So they may recluster. Now, if we got the queen in, the rest will go. If we didn't, they'll go back up to the tree eventually. So as they recluster, we'll keep putting them down there to try and make sure we get the queen in there.
As far as swarms go, this is probably the easiest swarm we've ever come to get, because it's eye level.
Right here.
But that's a good sized swarm. It was bigger than I thought it was when you dumped it in there.
Yeah.
Gonna give them another shake. There's a few that have reclustered right there. It was a good sized cluster in several different areas. There you go, and you back up, give them a little room to start to go in the hive. They're covered in bees right now. Beekeeper West has a hole in his bee suit and the bees are getting in.
Somewhere. I can't see where they is.
Last year I had some get into my suit too, and I could never figure out how they got in.
Well, they get in any little place they can find.
Yeah. You need to sew that right where the neck thing is, because there's an opening under there that looks like it shouldn't be there.
Oh yeah. I see it.
Something there, right?
Yeah.
Like a 2-inch gap.
Yeah.
There we go again. These bees got real feisty for a few minutes there. Maybe put the cover on so that they start
give them
to
one
go
more
down.
shake, and then I'll put the cover.
That's when they get feisty. As soon as you do that. Careful, there's a cluster on the cover. Once the queen is definitely in there, she'll make a sound, and you'll see all the bees just go marching in the front opening there. Bunch of bees on the inside of that cover too. Yep, the hive's together now. We just wait to see if they go marching in. A bunch of them in the bucket there. There's a cluster on the ground there, which the queen could be in. That fell off when we shook it. Marching right in. That means that the queen is calling them into the hive.
Okay, we're going to let the bees settle in the hive. They're over there in the yard. They're over there. And we're gonna come back tonight once they all go in and bring them. I gotta go make a spot for them back someplace. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put them yet, but I'm gonna find one. So let's go. We got the bees, and they are in a new home, and so now we can go back and finish that high banker review. Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
I'm gonna pan this whole tailings out to see if there's any gold in it.
Here we go. This is the tailings. See if there's any gold in there.
Yeah, I don't see nothing. I don't see a single speck in the tailings.
Wow.
I didn't expect to, because I know Dream Mat works really well. Now let's check the mats, see if it caught it.
And this is what was in the mat. I can tell you right now, all the gold must be in the mat. It doesn't come out the back because the gravel sits so long in that back chamber when you dump it in that I don't think it's possible for anything to accidentally get out the back.
Yeah, the rocks get washed really well. Okay, there's all the gold. You know, is it all of it? Well, I didn't find any in the tailings.
It looks like all of it to me.
I mean, unless I still have some down in here, but I'm going to save the whole thing anyway. So I'm going to suck this up, and then we'll come back and we'll tell you what we think. Okay, there you have it. Now, our thoughts on it. Mine is this. It's, as a high banker, is something that where the material is going to roll off. It doesn't, it's poor at that. You have to clean it off with your shovel or your hand.
That defeats the purpose of a high banker.
Yeah, there should have been adjustable. If it was adjustable, you could do whatever you want with it, and it would please everybody. This way, it really washes the rocks well because they sit in there. So that's a plus. The Dream Mat caught all the gold. That's a plus. The Dream Mat is a great. We love it, and we use it in our sleuths. That's why we use it. That's why we test it. So mixed reviews. I would probably use it. We're looking for something small. We're looking for comparing the mini high bankers, because we carry a lot of equipment with us, and we want something that we can bring to areas that maybe have no water or very little water, so you can't run a sluice box. Because you can set this up in a recirculating sluice like we did today, or you could bring it to a place that doesn't have any running water and dig a hole to get water, and bring it far into the woods, and you can carry it without having to make several trips for all your gear. That'll fit right in the backpack. It's later now in the evening, and all the bees are in, and we're going to transport them to their new place. So we gotta, I don't want to get stung. Really don't need the suit right now, but I don't want to get stung.
Better to be safe than sorry. You never know. You dropped the hive, or...
I used to do a lot of stuff without the suit until I got stung like 6 times in the head, and there was nothing more painful in my life. A little bit of this. Like that.
There we go.
Now there's an entrance up here we got to close, so we're going to slide that back and close that. And then seal that up.
Checking the tree, nothing left in the tree. No. Nothing left in the tree. They're all in the box.
Well, there may be a few still out.
Yeah, there's a couple out. You lose a couple of them. But, you know, you're talking, I don't know, I only saw 2.
Okay. Let's bring it home.
Yeah, we're back to the bee yard. We got the bees. Bees are in place. Now, when we remove the paper towels, we need to put a tree branch or a rake or something in front of the hive, because when the bees come out tomorrow, they may not know that they've moved, and by seeing something across the front of their hive, they'll know to reorientate to their new home. Otherwise, they could fly all the way back to where we just got the swarm from, because they orientate to a specific spot. So by putting the branches and stuff there, they think maybe the hive and the tree that they were in came down in a storm or whatnot, and they'll reorientate to their new position. Just something to make them think there's something going on, like so they reorientate. That will work.
Okay, first I'll open the top. Are they in there? Oh yeah, they're in there.
Very, very quiet and peaceful.
Good. Well, let them be. No pun intended. You gonna give me the ball?
Yeah, that's good.
Huge swarm.
That's good.
Yeah, built the whole box. And we left it there for the day when we just went down.
I'd like to take this time to thank our members, those who hit that join button. These names you see on the screen are those members, and they are special people. These people help us to continue making these videos. If you'd like to be on this screen,
hit that join button and become a member. Thank you.
I think that's about all for this episode. Just wanted to give that a run, take a look at it, test it, see it for ourselves, and see how it works. And now you know too. So until next week, peace.